John has a brand new intro that he had produced for him. And he thinks this is the funniest thing he's ever done. Tab, have you seen Stuttering John's show from Thursday yet?
I have not.
And I know producer Chris hasn't seen it. So I want to get your guys' reaction to this hilarious new intro that he's put together for us.
Why do they podcast WDTP?
It's a stunning likeness.
It is. Nailed
Why
it.
do they podcast WDTP? Yeah, baby.
He's in a wood panel basement.
Yeah, so he's got the wood
He's drinking
panel.
a gallon of orange juice.
He's got the wood paneling behind him. He's got that graphic. Why do they podcast? So
This is, yeah.
here's my
love
question.
it.
Here's my question for you, Tab. Now I know I looked just like a walrus. Everyone always says that, so I get that part of it. But why is it funny to just call it "Why do they podcast"? What's the joke? Just that it's a little bit different than our show.
Yeah, well, I didn't Tony Michaels come up with that
Well, he had "Why do
called you-
I podcast," and I'm looking at the poster
Okay.
right up there.
and called you Kevin, and
Yeah.
Stutcho thought that was fucking gold for some reason.
He called me Kevin for a long time after that. Now he's back to Carla again because that's also hilarious. Could you imagine if I was a girl?
Misgendering someone is it's hilarious stuff.
Yes. There's a few things that John does in this episode that would be breaking his own rules when it comes
Would
to
that make him
insults.
a hypocrite?
A little bit. A little bit. We're going to find out. But first, we got to bring on our guest, Dave, and show Dave this new thing.
Yes. Every Thursday, we will do Why Do They Podcast? How are you, Dave? Do
Hello, my friend. How you doing?
you like this?
Why do they podcast WDTP?
He's going to play it again?
Yep.
Yep.
He plays it over and over again. And watch, he laughs every time.
I think it's awesome. The last part's a little scary, but now that I've seen it once, it's
Well,
going to scare me next time.
well, if you look at Carl's teeth, I mean, it's pretty close.
Boom. Roasted.
All right, he's got me there. Pretty good stuff. So one of the things that John likes to make fun of me for is my reactions to things. Chad does that too, where I laugh at stuff. John plays that 35 times during this 2 hours and cracks up every single time. It's the first time he's ever seen that before. And so now this show that he's doing on Thursdays is stealing my show format, which I'm going to call it out. It's a little bit hypocritical.
You're throwing, Carl, you shouldn't be throwing stones.
The hypocrisy police over here. But, okay. John talking about asking KB if he should do the show with me. So this was the big blow up thing that happened where he goes on Miserably's company, asks Kevin if he should do the show with me, and Kevin tells him not to.
I went on your show and asked you what you think. Should I or should I not do the show? And Arthur Fonzarelli said no, and you said no. So I said, all right, I'm going to take the advice of the very successful podcaster, Kevin Brennan, brother of Neil Brennan. And I took your advice. There was no work, Kev. Not a work. Now, I left on my way to the pub. I was done. And then Carla texts me, you pussy, come on the show. Now, I'm like Kevin Costner in Tin Cup. If you challenge me, I get angry. And then I have to face the challenge. So then I said, fuck it. And I turned around and I came home. And I did the show. And I annihilated fucking Sabretooth. So to sit there, Mr. Brennan, and call me a work. Now, let me just explain what a work is.
I gave up drinking for an hour and a half. And because that's how committed I am to this. Why is he shouting? Calm down. And why is the camera below his belly button?
That's his
Fucking
new
put
thing.
it on top of a box.
That's his new thing now, is that he yells everything that he's saying because I think he's been watching a lot of KB and he thinks that makes it funny when you start getting close to the camera and yelling at it. So he actually was driving to the pub, and because I texted him, "Don't be a pussy," he turned around and came back and did the show with me. Wow. That's incredible to know. I can get John to do anything I want now.
You're like Marty McFly. What are you, chicken?
Right, that's what it's turning into.
Nobody calls me a pussy. Nobody!
I think you're afraid to move out of the neighborhood. That's what I think.
Yeah. What are you, a pussy? You don't want to move out of the neighborhood that we both live in? Pussy? Okay. So, John has just explained that Kevin did fuck this all up for me, and it was only because I called him a pussy. They did the show. So when Kevin tries to pretend he didn't do anything, there's our proof right there that he definitely did, him and Stancil, that he calls Fonzie. Him and Stancil both told John not to do the show. And so now John is actually going to explain Kevin Brennan is the work. Kevin's thinking this is all work, but it's actually KB who is the work.
Now, let me just explain what a work is, okay? Just so we could all know, Mr. Brennan.
Wait, let me get notes.
You trashed me on your show once, and I text you, and you wrote to me, "Oh, John, I'm in character."
Is that what a work is?
Ipso fatso.
So, according to John, Kevin is not an authentic person on his show. His entire show is a work because he's just playing a character that burns every bridge and pisses everybody off. And that's why he no longer has good guests on his show, like Bill Burr or any of the celebrities he used to have on his show, because he's playing a character that just fucks up his own life. It's really funny when you start to follow it that way. You're like, oh my gosh, this character can't get out of his own way.
It's like a sitcom.
It is like a sitcom. It's like a sitcom that actually got picked up, unlike Kevin's sitcom, which did not. Now, John's show format, he was going to do this thing on, he does these Shuley shows on Tuesdays. He's got a whole schedule now. I forget what it is, but he goes after Shuley on Tuesdays, does political shows with Richard Ojeda on Wednesdays. Thursdays is this show about me. But on Tuesday, he announced he was going to go after Shuley. He was going to go through Shuley's Anonymous, the subreddit, and just go through the different posts and threads and things and goof on Shuley based on that.
So he's just stealing Shuley's Uncle Rico format?
Correct. But worse, because we literally watch him scroll through and try to find stuff and read comments. It's really fun. But what was great is that the guy who runs that subreddit, his name is Phantom Dennis, just decided to private the subreddit right before he went on air just to fuck with them. Which is really funny. Because Sean's like, I'm blocked! What the fuck? He couldn't figure it out.
Tell me.
It's so funny. So now he's mad at Phantom Dennis. And Phantom Dennis comes into the show and lets him know how boring John is. And John gets very heated with this guy.
Dude.
Awesome.
The Phantom Dennis. Look how much this man's obsessed with me. This is the guy that runs Shuley's Anonymous, which I don't want to go on. Now it's Hackverse Anonymous I'm going on.
Oh, I should mention that Super Chat he didn't read was in French, and it does mean, you are my female dog. Because, he's been saying that in Spanish, or at least trying to me and Shuley, so I thought that was fun.
Because the Phantom Dennis blew it. He blew it. You blew it!
The Hackverse isn't as active as Shuley's Anonymous, though.
Yeah, but if the Phantom Dennis is there, like, trying to defend his ridiculous action of blocking, of shutting down his page, and he's out there, and they're all calling him a fucking tool. They're like, why would you do that?
To fuck with you, John. No one, and I love that John, as soon as he sees anyone agreeing with him on the internet, he thinks, and everyone agrees with me.
Right.
All he sees a couple of comments. He's like, everyone's with me on this one. They should just let me do my awesome show. And he fucked with this. So now I'm going to the Hackverse, another subreddit. I will no longer go on. It's not reliable enough for him to go on Shuley's Anonymous.
I am not going to endorse your product. I am going to go to this other product. You blew it. All of this celebrity promotion now gone.
I'm surprised he doesn't get Popak to sue Shuley's Anonymous for going private right before he knew he was going to do this show.
Coming down the pike.
It probably is. So now he's going through this other subreddit, and he sees a clip of the show that Cardiff does with my buddy Vinny Paulino, subreddit surfing. And this is hilarious. I can't wait to talk to Vinny about this. John thinks that Vinnie Paulino is Patrick Melton. Now, they're both overweight guys, don't get me wrong, but this is really funny.
Oh, yes.
And look at Fatty Patty laughing.
But I think we have a job for you now, Brian.
I'm down.
You quiet.
What a
man.
Isn't it great that Fatty Patty was laughing like that last night on subreddit surfing?
Well,
That's not Fatty Patty, John. That's another guy.
Call you Mike though.
oh, that's not Fatty Patty?
I watched that show like for
I
about.
know, but it's making me so happy that you thought it
I thought
was.
that was a real.
Oh, I
Dino
ruined it. My
Bobina.
bad. That's not.
Both fat fucks look alike to me.
He's so bad at this.
Yeah. And a week ago, he was self-admittedly fat.
Right. But you can't make fun of people for their weight, as we're going to find out, because I was goofy on Mike Bichetti. But then thankfully Cardiff is there now to let John know when he's being a hypocrite from time to time. Yeah. So that's a little bit helpful on
In that
here.
special Cardiff way.
I just love that he thought that Patrick Melton and Vinny are the same person. And then it's like, well, you're making fun of someone you don't even know. He's like, oh, I am? Oh, okay. My bad. So this is what I mean when I say that John's doing this all wrong. He's scrolling through the subreddit and he has the audio turned on. So anytime you get to a video that's embedded in the subreddit, it's going to autoplay with sound. And so it just interrupts everyone as they're talking because he's just scrolling as they're going.
Now, what do you guys think of this Shuli Network emblem that is totally stolen from Suzuki?
It does look very much like a Suzuki. Remember those old Suzuki Jeeps they used to have?
Here, bro. Imagine, dude, your doctor. What's up, bro? What's up, kid?
You know, if you're going to throw a topic at us, let us discuss it before you move to the next video.
Don't lecture me. I was on the Howard Stern show for 15 years, and I know that you just play things and just move on.
Yeah, he's not
What
paying
a
attention.
fucking joke.
He's not paying attention to anything that's going on. He's just scrolling on the internet. We're just watching an old man using the internet. And this is one of those hate sites he used to hate so much. And now the people are goofing on the people that he likes to goof on. He loves it. He signed up for all of these subreddits. It's great.
Well, you can very easily in your Reddit settings go in and say don't autoplay videos so that you won't interrupt your fucking show in the middle of
He
someone
doesn't know
talking.
that. And they try to explain that to him over and over again. They're like, well, if you mute one of those videos, it won't autoplay with sound. And he just will not hear that. He just will not listen to them at all.
Wow.
Just continues to do that. But that is very hypocritical of him, though, to now be using a subreddit when he used to talk about how he hated all the hate sites and he wouldn't go on there. And now he's on there all the time and doing it in real time on his show.
He just said I might not continue podcasting because it's too toxic.
Right, told KC.
Yeah.
He's like, I don't know, this podcasting thing's real toxic. And meanwhile, he's starting up shows trashing Shuli, trashing me, trashing Trump. Like, that's all he does. It's all toxic.
I think Casey asked him what he was going to do. He's like, well, auditions are it's like, that doesn't bring in bills. Getting jobs.
You can't audition for anything in Florida.
Oh, well,
there's not.
Well, listen to this. The latest is John said this strike's not going to last much longer, and he'll be back auditioning and back into show business anytime now.
Because he's got the inside track, being.
Well,
and he was on the Tonight Show. Don't forget the talent.
I actually do know people who are part of this strike, and I do have a little bit of inside information. I'm sure everyone does. It's believed that this will go on through the new year. This is going to
Fingers
last.
crossed.
This is no shit. Who cares? This is going to last a very long
forever.
time. I hope it wipes Hollywood off the planet, even though I have friends over there, because Hollywood sucks, and it's not necessary. We don't need it. So this is
anyone can launch their own podcast where they play clips of another show and talk about what a piece of shit it is.
All you have to do is get an animated potato on, and really that's all it takes, as John's going to explain here.
Yes, John, I really enjoy you and Cardiff together. Don't dox him. I will not. Cardiff is a regular here now.
Thank you. Are you paying me?
He wants to be a regular too.
Again, I think we two most. Cardiff, your favorite MLB team.
All right. So you just said Cardiff is a regular here. I don't know if this was discussed with Cardiff.
Yeah.
And
he seemed surprised.
How the fuck is this happening? So Cardiff puts a potato filter on, and now he's friends with Opie, and he's friends with Stuttering John. He's on everybody's show all the time because he has I love Cardiff, but it's a potato filter, guys. Everyone's getting fooled by this potato filter, I feel like. They're like, this guy's so charming and nice. He's just our buddy. Yeah. He can play every side of the fence. It's amazing.
It's gluten-free.
Potato is a very versatile vegetable.
It is. That's true. Good point. The other thing that we're going to be witnessing as we watch these clips, so you see Tukey's on here right now. Tukey has been blocked by John in John's StreamYard. And so Tukey had to find an older computer in order to get on here, but the computer doesn't work very well. So he's like, please unblock me so I get on my good computer and we can make this happen. So there's going to be a whole thing where they have to go through settings and look through all the different block lists and try to figure out where it is so they can bring Tukey on. The reason why John blocked Tukey is because he used some word that is anti-Italian. I don't know if it was Dago or WAP or something. And John's like, there's no racial slurs here. And he kicked him off and blocked him for it. So Cardiff trolls him this entire time. He's just like, okay, I just want to know the list of words we can't use. And he just starts reading all the words.
That's awesome.
It's so fucking funny.
That's the dog shit joke again.
Right. And John's like, no, stop it, Cardiff. No one cares if you clown Italians, John. Yeah. It's perfectly fine.
Except for Tony from Hack the Movies. He gets real fucking upset when you start making fun of Italians.
Fuck that Dago. Fuck that dumb wop.
Guy.
Here comes the grease ball.
Here comes the grease ball.
Hey, Luigi, bring your kids a free pizza. Why you have to make it a fun, huh?
By the way, I will be doing a show with that grease ball next Friday. This Friday coming up. Talking about Bert Kreischer's The Machine.
Ooh. I hope he shows up prepared.
I'm sure he will, Tab. Sure he will. All right, this is John, again, trying to find a clip. He doesn't know how to mute the videos. It's just him scrolling around. This is not a show, John. This is not good.
Mm-hmm. I want to get into this is the funniest thing. Shuli gets mad at Bob Levy because Bob Levy laughs at Kevin Brennan.
Shuli's running the subreddit.
Muted. Sorry. Hold on.
Lied about trademarking.
Yeah.
Still won't mute it.
Sorry, I can't.
Battery.
No, it must be on Hackburst. It's got to be on the Hackburst then.
He's not even on the right subreddit.
Oh my god!
For the thing he's looking for.
Picture at all.
Old man Googles the internet.
Every
Thursday on the Stuttering John YouTube channel.
Jesus.
Oh, here it is. What are you doing?
Playing Crazy Train because we're on the Crazy Train.
You asshole. Thanks for the $2. FKB. Long live the potato and Tukey too.
So any new viewer who doesn't know who Stuttering John is, who just happens upon this because it has the word podcast in it, will be like, why does this guy podcast?
Yeah, right.
It's just an old.
That's a good point.
Inept
the show
person.
is called "Why Do They Podcast?" and it's a guy scrolling through subreddits and not.
He might get a new following, inadvertently.
Right. You'd be like the Perry Caravello kind of effect,
like
right?
that.
It's just like this guy's. You got to watch this.
Yeah.
Guy. No idea
Honey,
what
get
he's
in
doing.
here.
Yeah, it's insane. He must be the most inept asshole to ever be on the internet. Even more so than Kevin Brennan. You got to watch this. It's crazy. Right after this, Nasty Al puts a super chat and he says, John, I will give you a $100 super chat right now if you turn your camera around and reveal what your place looks like. And John goes, I'm not going to do that. It's a mess. So embarrassing.
Don't forget, I got the messy kind of OCD.
Yep, that's right. It's not his fault, of course.
He's lived in this house for 3 months, 4 months.
You know what? I think he's out in L.A. right now. I think he's got an apartment in L.A. and a house in Florida, if I'm not mistaken.
Wow, big swinger out here, living in both places.
Oh, yeah, he's doing it all.
Oh, that's right, because he's posted pictures of him at the WGA strikes. Like, anybody fucking knows who he is.
Oh, I'm sure he's really going to push it. They're going to be like, oh, Stuttering John's here now? Give in. Whatever they're demanding. Residuals, whatever they want. They can have it.
I want residuals from when I wrote the cold openings on Tonight Show that nobody has ever watched again.
Did you know that I directed directors on that show?
I told Quentin Tarantino to shut it.
Tarantino wouldn't shut the fuck up until I told him to shut the fuck up. My claim to fame. All right, so then there's another weird exchange here. I couldn't pull all the clips, but where Cardiff is saying something and John goes, Cardiff, you're a lot funnier than you think. I think Cardiff thinks he's pretty funny.
Yeah,
it's a weird thing to say.
Yeah, he's extremely proud of himself.
He doesn't lack confidence.
You're right. No, Cardiff does not lack confidence. That's for sure. All right, John's gonna start burning me now. All right, he goes into a little bit of Kevin and Bob Levy and Julie and stuff, which is not the point of this show. I think he got a little sidetracked there for a second. Let's get back to making fun of me, and let's hear some sick burns.
Dave, look at this fucking paneling. I mean, what person in the fucking in the 2000s has paneling? Jesus.
If it makes you feel better, when I was in that basement, I left an upper decker for him.
All right, let's watch Carl and this is his genius.
All right. So he's already gotten in the wood paneling burn a few times because it's also his background. So he's really letting me know he's not a fan of the wood paneling we have down here in my finished
It's also
basement.
Cardiff's background.
Well, right, yes.
Yeah.
So this is John's. He's going to start watching my show now. And this is my show. We're goofing on Kevin's technical problems. And John's way of doing this is he lets me say 3 to 6 words, and then he pauses it and then repeats the words that I just said. We're going to see a lot of examples of this.
Let's watch Carl. Let's see if he makes us laugh.
He's so happy. Look at him.
I can't. My computer is not fucking doing anything.
Oh, this was fucking funny though, dude.
Wow.
The camera's working.
I don't think he knows that at this point.
This is really bad.
I don't think he knows that. I don't think he knows that at this point. I don't think he knows that. Oh, he's so fucking annoying.
All I said was, I don't think he knows
that at this point. He's so fucking annoying. What a insightful commentary there, John.
So, John, I'm just going to give you a tip because I've been doing this a lot longer than you. You got to find little areas to poke fun at. It can't be every single thing I say and then repeat it and go, this guy's annoying. That's not a good joke.
I've been in broadcasting for decades. I think I would know a thing or two about being an entertainment.
I would have thought
producer.
so too, John. That's what I thought. That's why we're shocked by this. That's why we're still shocked by this. Look at how unaware John is. It's incredible.
Yeah, okay. So now he's going to goof on a guy with a weight problem. Well, I do call fucking Patrick Melton Fatty Patty, so I shouldn't really talk, but okay. Poor Mike Boschetti.
That was a good moment, John. That was an honest moment.
What are you talking about?
So his buddy Dave here goes, holy shit, you finally became aware. I can't fucking believe it just happened. You finally, a little sense of awareness just happened. And John goes, what do you mean? What are you talking about?
Yeah, also admitting that he was slightly wrong and zing, it's off the table.
And then it's off the table immediately after that. And he'll explain away why he's allowed to make fun of Patrick Melton for being overweight, but I can't make fun of Mike Boschetti for being overweight. We're going to hear all about that. But
Carl, sometimes when I start a sentence, I'm hearing it for the first time also.
Yeah, right. I think that's the problem. I think that's what the problem is. So this is the longest John has ever watched a segment of my show. I think it's maybe 10 seconds straight. And this is his reaction to that. And he saw the portion where I grabbed my acoustic guitar to try to figure out this amazing song that John had written.
That was a great moment.
Oh. Cardiff.
Yes.
Who the fuck is paying for this shit? How can fucking Carl have all these fucking patrons? It's talk about lazy. Talk about lazy. Fucking.
He entices patrons with naked pictures.
No,
it's
really,
true.
Dave.
No, really, boobs.
Dave, what is so interesting about this?
I've watched Carl. I've only enjoyed a few shows. I think he actually gets his research and his technical aspect really, really well done. I think that's what a lot of people, kind of appreciate.
What? He plays a clip.
I feel like it's super Revenge of the Nerds, just like some guy who probably used to get, locker stuffed and all that good stuff. Not all that. I don't want to sound crazy, but who now is like he can kind of say what he wants, and there's sort of a level of impunity, So I mean, some people enjoy that kind of stuff. It's not my cup of tea. What are you gonna do?
He used to get locker stuffed. We brought lockers to Philadelphia WATP TDS crossover, put them in the Airbnb, and just stuffed Carl in them just for fun.
Yeah.
It's not a used to.
Oh, it's still happening for sure.
Yeah.
He's got me there. I want to point out, and I'll acknowledge what Dave just said, but if John doesn't understand why people are successful in the business that he's in, if he doesn't understand why they're successful, then he shouldn't be in this business. John sits there and goes, He watches, I said 10 seconds, I'm sorry, it was more like 5. And he pauses it and he goes, this is so boring. Who would want to watch this shit? John, if you can't comprehend it, then you're in the wrong business. You'll never figure it out.
The clips, you then analyze the clips. All he's doing is playing the clip, and he can't process any of this information because his brain is so Swiss cheese.
Right.
That he doesn't understand anything outside of just like stimulus response. So he gets the stimulus and goes, I hate this. Carl's being mean to me.
Right.
And doesn't understand why an outside person would maybe find that entertaining.
No, he does not understand. That is definitely true.
He's definitely infuriated by the money.
Yes.
That seems to be the core of his complaint.
That bothers me quite a bit. Now, so Dave comes in and goes, maybe it's because this guy's like a Revenge of the Nerds kind of guy. You're rooting for the nerd to get back at the bullies. I'll just point this out to Dave. I played guitar and skateboard in high school. I was pretty much Marty McFly minus the hot mom and time machine. Okay? So how dare you, sir? How dare you? All right. So now John is talking about how we're doing a show together on John's channel, August 14th at 6 p.m. Eastern Time. Tune in for round 2, the roaster versus the boaster, the nerd versus the turd, round 2. But then John says, I might back out.
Oh.
So let's see.
Oh, what a pussy.
I think
Well,
John, you're a pussy.
That'll happen.
Guess what? I'm scheduled to do another show with Carl August 14th.
Really?
On your channel, on this channel right here.
Yeah, on my
August 14th.
channel.
That's awesome.
And unless he, unless he backs out because he's mad at.
Why do they podcast? WDTP.
He could have at least gotten that
You can't be
terrible
mad at
photo
that.
of you.
I mean, that would be like you being mad at him for his show. You can't be mad at that. Like,
Yeah, I really don't understand who this guy is. I don't know why that represents me. It's not even
There's
wearing
such
glasses.
a terrible photo of Carl out there
Yeah.
that you could just slap the walrus thing on the front of, and it'd be 10 times fun. Hey, I wonder how much he paid for, like, on Fiverr for someone to make this.
I think
Right? Because there's no way he did this. There's
No,
no
he
way a
didn't do
guy
that.
that can't figure out how to mute a subreddit,
Right.
put together some video editing and photoshopped a walrus man, listen to your theme, your old theme song, and like made a parody. This is all someone else did this for him. Maybe Tony Michaels did it.
I think a relative of his did this for him. He's so proud of it, though. He just keeps playing it over and over again, and every single time. Let me get back to this, where he laughs his ass off, as he likes to do, as he's wont to do.
you can't be mad at that. I mean, that would be like you being mad at him for his show. You can't be mad at that. Like,
All right, let's get back to the review.
Okay. Don't
Look
worry,
at
I'm
this.
not going to
Check
back out.
This intro. Boom. Gotcha.
I'm not gonna back out, John. Don't you worry about that. Okay. John's gonna make fun of the way I talk. Let me say that again. John is going to make fun of the way I talk. John. Now KB is gonna spin this that the entire show was just us being best pals.
So far, the only thing he's done
So I can't.
right is telling Mike to shut the fuck up.
The
Best
video's not-
pals. Did you see how he says pals? Pals.
He's
about Patrick Melton.
Have you heard how he says
So now
exactly?
KB is gonna spin this that the entire show was just us being best pals.
So far, the
Pals? What the fuck? What is he saying? Pals.
What even is an
Did you
accent?
guys not see that?
What even is an
He is
accent?
a Rochester goofball.
yeah,
That's for sure.
his accent's very strange to me.
Best
Yeah,
pals.
because you
Figure
don't
out
live
this
in
amazing
Rochester, you
song.
fucking moron.
This is the guy who can't say Nicolas Cage without using the N-word. Calling me out. Because yes, I have my A's are the hard A sound when I say words. That is true. I know that. It's always been the case. Western New York. I don't know what to tell you. But watch how long John tries to figure out a joke for this and just cannot. He just keeps trying.
His accent's very strange to me.
Best pals.
Figure out this amazing song that John had written about Patrick Melton. And so now KB is going to spin this that the entire show was just us being best pals.
so
Pals.
yeah. Say it again.
What is he saying, guys? Pals. What the fuck is a pal?
At this point, you can see that both Dave and Cardiff are laughing at John for thinking he's going off on a great rant right here. Like, oh yeah, keep it going, John. You got this, buddy. What else?
It
What
just
else?
keeps getting funnier.
Yep.
A pail is something you store water in when you wash the car. I don't think that's what he meant, though.
Is there a hole in the pail, the Eliza? Is there a hole in the pail, the Eliza? A hole?
I think it's the word bucket in that song, but I don't know. Anyway,
this is gold,
dear
Jerry.
Henry.
Gold.
Sorry, what's that, Tab?
I said this is gold, Jerry. Gold.
I know. Keep going with it. This is really great stuff. But this is John's new shtick, though, is that he just like yells and gets hoarse and is just saying nothing.
Gets close to the camera.
Yeah, yeah. He's totally doing Kevin Brennan now.
Is there a hole? No, dear Henry, there's not a hole in the pail.
Johnny Boy.
Hold on. In the song, there is a hole in the bucket, and then they have to fix it. I don't understand why he's getting this so wrong.
Yeah.
Henry.
Because he's angry.
I'm going to jump off.
This is a lost version. Deep cut. You wouldn't understand, Carl.
Yeah.
You're not a musician like I am.
There was this
I wrote
band-
a song with Joe Walsh.
It's a good point. I forgot about that, John. There's this band from Rochester named Big Hair, and they used to do Devil Went Down to Georgia, and they changed it to the Devil Wins, which I think is a funnier version of it.
It's fun.
Yeah, it's fun. So John's going off on his hilarious "there's a hole in the pail" jokes, and at this point, Dave just taps out.
The pail.
Johnny
Dear
Boy.
Henry.
I'm going to jump off because I'm going to head up.
All right, I'll see you at the pub.
This is all gold, John, but I'm gonna. He's like pointing at his watch. He's like, I'm gonna.
It's with deep regret that.
Yeah.
I love when people bail on Stuttering John.
It's the best.
I could watch a compilation of just people trying to figure their way off of Stuttering John's show.
Bail. So this is great because watch what happens right after this.
A pleasure, sir.
I'll see you at the pub. Beer's on you.
Again?
I'll see you at the pub. Beer's on you. Dave's face says it all. He's just like, yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I mean, I know you're pretending that's a joke, but I'll be buying the beers again. That's fine. Okay. So
as a thank you for coming on my show, you get to also buy me a beer.
Oh, God. I got an email from Andrea Brower, his ex-mod, just thanking me for the things I've said about her and Benny Loco and the support. And I wrote her back. I'm like, it's insane. John thinks they still owe him something. All they've ever done is volunteered their time, a lot of time, helping him out. And then John gets this idea that everyone owes him all the time, no matter what. Come on my show, buy me beers. This new version of John is a little obnoxious. I got to figure out how to navigate this on the 14th because he's just going to scream. As soon as I pronounce his name a certain way or something, he's just going to start screaming it over and over again. So I got to sit and give this some thought.
Well, is he going to give ground rules?
I'm going to give ground rules
Oh,
again.
okay,
He does the show. We'll see if he goes along with them or not, but I'm going to try. So after a
First off, no talking about my teeth. Second, no talking about my feet.
We don't talk about teeth. Cardiff tried to plant this seed. He goes, yeah, Carl's he's club footed. When you go over to his house, he has to wear these special slippers. John didn't pick up on that one, unfortunately.
Wow.
Didn't work. Yeah, maybe he saw that was a little silly. I don't know.
Who are these podcasts?